Hey guys, this is maou-ookami Cosplay, and today we're going to be doing a Deku, Izuku, Midoriya makeup tutorial. I'm going to try and talk as much as he can, but let's see how that goes. Okay, so we're going to be starting with the tutorial with a fresh face. Probably don't wear a wig like I did, because it was a pretty stupid decision. You have to keep the hair out of your face the whole time. But hey, at least we can look at me failing at life. Okay, so anyway, first thing we're going to start off with is a highlighter. I'm using a white highlighter from LA Girl. It works the best for me, and I just use it with a normal little foundation brush or concealer brush just to highlight the parts of my face that I want to stand out more. So I want to define Deku's cheekbones because he is a boy even though he is a soft boy. So I try to soften the edges a little bit, but I still want them to be there. So I put it under my eyes, on my cheeks, along the cheekbones, and then I'm also going to move it up alongside my eyebrow and above my eyebrow. Okay, and here I'm going to be putting it alongside my jaw, I'm going to be putting it on my jaw. Anyway, okay, so now we're on to the contour. So I use a darker foundation for this, and I use this to emphasize where I want the shadows to be on my face. Oh my god, the video is running around without me. Okay, so I put it underneath my chin as well, as you can definitely see from this video angle. So I put it underneath my chin and my jaw just to get some shadows going there. I am busy making a dome shape with excess product on my brush. So I'm just setting the shape for my eyes. I'm going to touch on that later, I guess. Okay, so now I'm going to be patting on some regular foundation. So anything that, well, matches your skin tone, I guess. I pat it on because I find this method works best with not smudging the highlights or the contour below it. Oh, look at my ratchet ass comb. Why do I always look back at myself and ask why? Okay, so remember to put it on your eyes as well because eyeshadow sticks better to foundation than to, I don't know, clean skin. Okay, so we're going to be setting it with some powder. So just make sure to set all the oiliness so that it doesn't, like, you know, smudge onto anything important or whatever. Okay, so here I'm using either a dark shadow or a bronzer just to define that jawline again and the cheekbones. And then on my eyes and along the nose, just to get some natural shadows in there. Okay, so now we're going on to eyebrows. Come up, we can't see. So we start with the green eyeliner pencil. I think it's an eyeliner pencil, to be totally honest. So I use the green so that I have that undertone for his eyebrows so that they match the wig. So once I filled in the eyebrows with the pencil, gotten that shape and that color, then I take a angled brush and some black eyeshadow, and then I fill it in, and obligatory eyebrow wiggle. Okay, so starting with the eyeshadow, I use a fluffy brush and a light highlighting eyeshadow skin tone kind of deal, which I take on my top lid below the crease. So for hooded eyes, this will make the eyes look a lot bigger. So I'm putting that on my top lid, just brushing it on, and then also underneath my brows just to highlight that. Okay, then I take a large fluffy brush, probably my biggest one, and then I use a warm brown tone as a transition shade where I'm going to be creating the crease that I want. So I use a dome shape because his eyes are circular. So I want to make my eyes look as big and round as possible. So I'm not taking it out on the sides very much. Then I use a slightly smaller fluffy brush and then a darker brown, and then I go over that again. So basically the goal of this is to build up color and just keep emphasizing that line. Okay, then I take my smallest fluffy brush, I think this is called a pencil brush, but I have no idea. Then I use my darkest brown to pretty much put in the line that defines what my eye shape is going to be. But I make sure to blend it out because if it's too severe, then it's just not going to look very good. Okay, back at it again with the fluffy brush and the warm brown, and just putting it underneath my eyes just so that the bottom lid matches the top lid a little bit more. Then I take a small little packing brush and I take some pink and I put it along my bottom lid because this gives a more anime expression I've seen a couple of Japanese cosplayers do it and I quite like the look of it. So I just put a little bit of pink on the outside of my eye, outward corner. What is that called? It's outside. It's the corner of your eye. Okay, so next we're going to be taking both the dark brown and the black, and we're going to be actually making the shape of the eye that we're going to do with liquid liner. So I normally start from about the middle of my eye just to get the shape right, and I always start with the dark brown because dark brown's easier to wipe away than the black. So just in case I mess up, which I do quite often. So I'm making the line a little bit thicker in the middle of the eye because it'll make it look more circular. And then I keep it really close on the corner of my eye because I don't want it to flare out at all. And then I put it onto my bottom lash line just to complete that eye shape. Okay, and then we just repeat it onto the other side. So this method helps me a lot because, I don't know, it's easier to do it with eyeshadow and then see exactly where you need to put the liquid line at a later point. So I just find it easier to mirror and then easier to avoid mistakes. And now you can see me doing what? Dark black, my god. Okay, so we're going on to black now, and it's already going to make a difference. This is pretty much the same thing as we did with eyeshadow with the build up of color. So just going over it again with the black and then making it even tighter and then closer to your lash line. Look at my ratchet ass comb in my hair. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Checking myself. Oh, I found another clip. Okay. So now onto liquid liner. So I use this brush thing from Essence. It's my favorite one to use because I just find it easier, but everyone has their own preferences. I'm incapable of using like a felt tip liner, but I find this easier. And okay, so it's just easy to follow the line that you've already placed down now, because now you know exactly where you need to go. So I just make sure to keep the line pretty much consistent and then make sure to keep it as close to my eye on the corner as possible. I go to the softer tip for the bottom lash line because it'll be easier when I'm going through the actual lashes. I then take the felt tip and then just soften out any edges that are a little bit too harsh for me. You know, it's gonna be impossible to get an actual round eye, but you know, we can just get as close as we can. Look at that difference! Oh my god! Look at that difference! Oh, look, it's a magic trick! Oh, now I'm gesturing to do freckles. Okay, so I'm using those two top browns, and we're going to be using a small brush. You can use a thin paintbrush to be totally honest, but I think this is a makeup brush. It might be, not sure. Anyway, so you use alternating browns to make the freckles, and then you use excess product to make fainter freckles. So each freckle is an individual snowflake. They're individual freckles. They have their own lives and stories. So I'm doing this to make more natural freckles as the base. So basically wherever you naturally get freckles, I'm just putting some spots all along there. Like constellations. We're just watching me paint dots all over my face. Fascinating. Remember kids, freckles aren't symmetrical, so have fun while doing it. Hey. Okay, so we're gonna set it with some powder. So this is like a brow filler thing that I found. I think it's also from Essence. I'm not exactly too sure. Okay, even though he's a boy, lashes I'm going to be making black. You could put some like really natural lashes, but I suck at lashes, so that's not happening. You can also add some nude lipstick just to make the look even more complete. Look at that fluffy hair. I feel cute as fuck. Oh god, now it's gonna be me trying to put on a tie. I don't know how many hours of me putting on a tie is gonna be here, but I guess I can use this opportunity to say thank you for watching. I'm still struggling with that tie. You can see me, find me on Instagram, here on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm on TikTok, Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, so follow me wherever you need to, not in real life though, because that would be creepy. Did I sort of do that? I don't know how to do a tie, I really don't. And I'm very grateful for you guys to watch this tutorial. So thanks for watching, love you guys, bye bye!